guys? Today I have a box of Fleer 91 Ultra Football. It says right here, look for randomly packed Ultra All-Star cards inside. And also, a Brett Favre Rookie card is like the main thing that I'm after here. I've never opened football cards before. And this was pretty cheap, so I figured this would be a good intro, a good way to start off a football card collection. Some cheap fun, so we'll see how this goes. This is still sealed in the original plastic. I'm hoping anyways that's what this is. Otherwise I'm about to be very disappointed. So we'll go ahead, and I actually want to kind of save this box a little bit. Don't want to put a big cut in the front of it. So we'll tear this open. So we have a box of 91 Fleer Ultra Football. And let's see what the inside of the box looks like, if I can get it open. There we go. 91 Fleer Ultra Football. There's that. Just like, some store owner in 1991 would have been doing to display all these packs of cards. We've got, there's 36 in here, so sheesh. Alright. Alright. We'll get to getting here. Here's our first pack. Ultra Football 91. I just like the I like the old. These ones aren't quite as thick, but like the 92 Upper Deck. I love the way that the foil feels on the packaging on those. My God, can I get this open? Let's back this up just a little bit. Alright, so here we have Steve DeBerg, Gary Anderson, Marion Butts, Brian Blades, Neil Anderson, Anthony Dilweg, Darrell Green, Anthony Carter, Morton Anderson, Mike Crowell, Otis Anderson, Keith Byers, Dexter Carter, and that's it. So we got one pack down. Dexter Carter, Keith Byers, Otis Anderson, Mike Carroll, blah, 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 blah. Nothing that I noticed anyways that was too crazy out of that. So we will go ahead and dig into our second pack. And, easy answer for me, but, who was your favorite player from this time period? If I'm not wrong, I think it's safe to say Barry Sanders quit playing in, it was 2000, right? Was it 99 or 2001? I'm pretty sure he was playing in 91. So, safe to say he's probably my favorite player. Ultra All-Stars. So look for the randomly Ultra All-Star cards inside. So this is one of those inserts here. We've got Bruce Smith, Buffalo Bills defensive line. Neat. Rich Gannon, Vikings quarterback. Craig Hayward, Russell Maryland, Phil Simms, Keith Jackson, Don Griffin, Troy Aikman, Thane Gash, Andre Tippett, Henry Ellard, Darrell Fullington, and Ken O'Brien and Chris Chandler. All right, so, I mean, I got, an Ultra All-Stars out of that one, Bruce Smith, and a Troy Aikman. I don't know. So this is not his rookie card. This is his third-year card. Yep. All right. Either way, at least I got somebody who had some kind of career in there. I'm sure that a lot more of these guys have had, careers. I'm just not too well versed on football pre, say, 2011. Oh my goodness, these packs are hard to open. Okay, I got it. I really like, I know this is probably strange, but I really like the backs of some of these cards a lot. Alright, we've got Lewis Tillman, Jerome Brown, Brent Jones, on a checklist, Eugene Marv, Gary Plummer, Kevin Green, Mike Singletary, Joe Mott, Vinny Testaverde, Steve Young, William Fuller, Eric Hill, and Sam Seal. Alright, so we got a Steve Young out of that pack. Nothing too crazy. I have no idea what these cards are worth. This is his his 7th year card, Steve Young. So, I mean, I feel like that's pretty bad. 53% completion percentage. I don't know. Whatever. Probably better than I would ever do. So, let's get some of these stacked off to the side here. And we'll go for, this is our 4th pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4th pack. There we go. I think I figured it out now. So we got Leon White, Mark Boyer, Bruce Kozerski, Louis Oliver, Albert Bentley, Tim McDonald, Deion Sanders. 3rd year card. Ezra Tuolo, Shane Conlon. Why are these all flipped? Shane Conlon, Chris Dishman, Mervin Fernandez, Boomer Esiason, John Elway, and Stefan Page. John Elway, this is his, he had been in the league for quite some time by this point. So, still pretty neat nonetheless. Some names I know in here, I appreciate that. So we got Fleer 91. I don't know if you can hear my child kicking the wall at the moment. Randall Cunningham, Ultra All-Stars. Wade Wilson, Dalton Hilliard, Herman Moore, Lions wide receiver, Ultra draft pick. This is a Herman Moore. Is this a rookie card? When they drafted Herman, the Lions made it clear that they were getting away for 205. Oh. Sorry, I'm a Lions fan there. Herman Moore. That's a pretty nice card for me. Oh, Lawrence Taylor. Nice. Heath Sherman, Charles Haley, Emmitt Smith. Man. Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews, that's so funny. That's not the same Clay Matthews I'm thinking of. Tim Crumry, Jim Everett. That's a good name. Tim McGee, Al Toon, Willie Drury. I got a Herman Moore. I believe I would. I think it's safe to assume that's got to be a rookie card, right? Herman Moore rookie card. I think so. All right. Get a sleeve on here. Bam. And you know what? Honestly, for a pack that's probably been dropped, smushed in between other pallets of things and, who knows what else, stored in an attic for 30 years, pretty dang good condition there. So, I'm not sure what's up with my recording right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... 14. So this was the pack that I just opened that you guys did not get to see. It was Browning Nagel, Lorenzo White, Leon Seals, Steve Broussard, Ken Harvey, Dwayne Bickett, Mark Clayton, Gary Anderson, Kyle Clifton, Carl Banks, Willie Anderson, Hartley Dykes, and Leroy Horde, and Jerry Ball. And then I was talking about this Browning Nagel. I'm pretty positive that he didn't do much with his career, at least, because, it's not like, I don't know if I've ever heard that name once before. And he's a quarterback, so, usually, if he's good or not. We've got another pack here that I'm definitely recording for this time. We've got Jim Jensen, Bill Brooks, Tim Rosenbach, Chris Miller, Chris Zorich, Bruce Smith, Warren Moon, nice, Warren Moon, Ethan Horton, Rodney Holman, Vance Johnson, Barry Word, Tim Worley, Rod Bernstein, Jacob Green, and that's it for that pack. So Warren Moon, got a name I know out of that one. And we'll move right on to the next pack. Not too much to say about that last one for me anyways. Looking for that Brett Favre Rookie. Oh, so Ultra draft picks, Mark Vanderpool. I'm not sure, that name sounds familiar, but it's not. Can't tell you exactly. Scott Norwood, we got a kicker. Haywood Jeffries, Eddie Anderson, Jim Breach, Melvin Bratton, Nick Lowry, Rod Woodson, Junior Seau, now that one, John L. Williams, Dennis Gentry, Keith Woodside, Ricky Sanders, Rick Fenney, and that's it for that. Junior Seau. Now, I want to say I can't remember exactly his story, but I know that he was good. Something happened to him though, right? Something not so awesome, if I'm remembering correctly. But definitely a recognizable name, that's for sure. Junior Seau. So it's that back there. That's what's messing up my zoom. Junior Seau. We'll move on to this next one here. See a lion back there. So we got Bubby Brister, Steelers quarterback, Gil Bird, Derek Fenner, Trace Armstrong, Tim Harris, Wilbur Marshall, Keith Jackson, one of those Ultra All-Stars inserts, Chris Dolman, Toy Cook, Dan McGuire. I don't think he did much. Pepper Johnson, Randall Cunningham, Kevin Fagan, and Michael Kofer. Linebacker for the Lions. Alright, one stack down. I believe that's 9 packs. We're 9 packs in right now. Now, you guys have only seen me open 8, unfortunately. So, we've got Mike Pritchard, rookie card, wide receiver. We've got Dave Meggett, Wes Hopkins, Tom Rathman, Michael Irvin. Very nice. Reggie Langhorne, Tom Hodson, Cleveland Gary, Mike Merriweather, Ron Stallworth. Traded. Why does it say that? Traded? Chiefs? Oh, because he's in a Jets uniform. But he was traded to the Chiefs. Got it. Ron Stallworth. I'm sure I know that name also. John Offerdahl and Clarence Verdine, and then Ernie Jones. Definitely a lot of names I recognize in here. That is for sure. Right, we're on to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. We got Rodney Peete. Never stood a chance. Mike Johnson. Irving Fryer. Mike Wilcher. Eric Howard. James Hasty. Broderick Thomas. Dan Marino. It's my uncle's favorite player. Man, he had already been in the league for 9 years by 1991. I didn't realize how old he was. Jeff George, Jay Taylor, Andre Rison, Ernie Mills, rookie card, Leonard Smith, and Johnny Meads. Ernie Mills, don't know much about him. Got another one. We've got Mark Carrier, Reggie Roby, Mike Pryor, Johnny Johnson, John Raid, Brett Favre. There's the Brett Favre rookie card I was looking for. Very nice. For the Falcons. That's so funny. Alright, let's check it out. I'm going to get this one in a sleeve. See the corners. Pretty nice there. Not too bad. I have no idea what the centering is like on like a full art, like a full picture card like that. It's hard for me to tell without the borders on the side, but I mean, it looks okay. Looks pretty good for a dang near 40-year-old card. Sweet. Alright, well, we got it already. We're not even halfway through this thing. Thurman Thomas, Al Smith, Howie Long, Ike Woods, Steve Sewell, Emil Harry, Thomas Everett, and Arthur Cox. Alright. Sweet, dude. Well, we already got the Brett Favre. I already got a Herman Moore. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know who else I'm looking for in this box, but unless we're just gonna keep pulling Brett Favre rookie cards, which, I mean, you're not gonna hear me complain. I don't hate the guy, even though I'm a Lions fan. And he's got, well, I guess there's other things to hate him for other than playing for the Packers. But regardless, you know what I mean. Randall Hill, Maurice Carthen, Anthony Toney, Darryl Pollard, Barry Sanders. There we go. Third-year card. Man, 1,476 yards his first year in the league. I'm sorry, 1,470 flat, and then 1,304 the following year. Over 5 yards. Jeez, oh, Pete, man. Easily one of my favorite players of all time. I wasn't even alive, really, to see him play, but you can just watch clips of the guy, and I mean, good lord. Eric Metcalf, John Stevens, Pat Carter, Al Noga, Eric McMillan, Ron Hall, Tim McIyer, Ron Stark, Rich Camarillo, and that's it for that pack. And so, sorry if this video seems like choppy or anything like that. Unfortunately, my recording situation currently, I'm using a phone, and I don't have a whole lot of memory. So I have to record in parts, and then I have to upload it to my Google Drive and then put it on my computer. It's quite a nightmare. So hopefully soon I will be sorting that out so that I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm going to get those to the side. I got some rookies I want to look at later. These are my keepers over there. And then we've got I'm not sure which pack, but we're into the second half of this, we're still in the first half, rather, of this box. And we've got a Todd McNair. We've got a Mike Young, Jeff Bryant, Winston Moss, Mike Kofer, John Grimsley, Robert Brown, geez, oh Pete, Jeff Bostic, Ricky Waters, Don Beebe, Ray Childress, Marcus Allen, Lewis Billups, Steve Atwater. Now, if I am just brushing over players that have been great or are loved by a whole bunch of people, let me know. Let me know why you love them or why people love them, what, who these people are, because, once I know, I won't look so silly in the future. But it's hard for me to look up every single player that's in a set of cards from 1991. Anyways, Keith Jones, Godfrey Miles, Pete Metzalers, Ernest Givens, Willie Galt, David Fulcher, Mark Jackson, Derek Thomas, sounds like a familiar name, Merrill Hodge, Bert Grossman, Norm Johnson, Kevin Butler, Perry Kemp, Art Monk. I don't know why I just like that name, Art Monk. All right, we got Jay Schroeder, Carl Zander, Dennis Smith, Rob Thomas. Rob Thomas. Isn't that the guy from Rob Thomas? Isn't that the guy from Matchbox 20, the lead singer? Yeah. Anyways, Hardy Nickerson, Leslie O'Neill, Patrick Hunter, Richard Dent, Brian Noble, Mark Ripien, Dan Marino Ultra All-Stars, nice. Joey Browner, Steve Walsh, Pat Harlow. Very nice. You know, I should probably, silly me, I'm sure that they're not worth much, being that this is a box of 91 Fleer, but it's for my own personal collection, if nothing else. I like to keep them nice. We had Randall Cunningham and Bruce Smith over here. I need to grab more penny sleeves. These are the All-Stars we've gotten so far. We've gotten Bruce Smith, Randall Cunningham, Keith Jackson, and Dan Marino. Alright, now I can move on to the next pack. Feel okay about it. Sheesh. A lot of cards in this box. You know, 14 cards in a pack. You get 36 packs in this box. I mean, that's over 400 cards. Like, over 400 cards. I mean, that's like, I think well over. Not really doing the math, but... Got a Jerry Gray in the back. I feel like I haven't seen too many duplicates either, which is kind of cool. Terry Wooden, William Perry, Sterling Sharp, I know that name. Gary Clark, Herschel Walker, I know that name also. Brett Perryman, Jared Bunch, do not know that name. Rodney Hampton. I don't know why that's funny to me. Guy's just defeated. Rodney Hampton. Reggie White. Aha! There's another name I definitely know. Jerry Rice. This is his 7th year card. I mean, you all know who Jerry... If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you know who Jerry Rice is. So, Mike Saxon, Brian Brennan, Steve Smith, Raiders running back, so not Steve Smith, got it. Jerry Gray, alright. I also like how all the packs have like different like a different set of characters on the front, you know what I mean? Like this one's a quarterback, and then you've got a punter, and then like a bunch of people about to hike the ball. I just threw cards off of the dang table. Alright, back to business. I'm a rambler. Let's see what we got here. Brian Jordan, Mo Gardner, Jamie Mueller, Drew Hill, Vance Mueller, okay, Anthony Munoz, Ricky Natiel, Albert Lewis, Louis Lips, Anthony Miller, Tommy Kane, Mark Carrier, Don Majkowski, Gerald Riggs. That's it for that one. I wonder if those guys were brothers. Two guys with the same last name in the same pack. Alright. We've got Gary Plummer, Kevin Green, Mike Singletary, Joe Mott, Vinny Testaverde, Steve Young, William Fuller, Eric Hill, Sam Seal, Mark Vanderpool. Now I'm starting to see some duplicates for sure. Scott Norwood, Haywood Jeffries, Eddie Anderson, and Jim Breach. Look at choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Alright, on to the next one. I don't want to waste too much time in between these packs. But, so we got Tim McDonald, Deion Sanders, I believe that's the second one of those I've gotten. Ezra Tuaolo, Shane Conlon, Chris Dishman, Mervin Fernandez, Boomer Esiason, John Elway, Stephen Page, Bubby Brister, Gil Bird, Derek Fenner, Trace Armstrong, Tim Harris, and that's it for that one. Alright, more than halfway through this box, we've pretty much gotten what we were looking for. Now we're just being greedy. There's a rookie card in the back of this one. I'm not going to look at who it is. Maybe you guys saw it. So here we have Heath Sherman, 42 LWA Sydney, Charles Haley, Emmett Smith, Clay Matthews, Tim Crumry, Jim Everett, Tim McGee, Al Toon, Willie Drury, Sammy Smith, Jack Trudeau, Aaron Cox, Mike Rozier, and Eric Bieniemy. I'm trying my best. So nothing there. We haven't gotten one of those Ultra All-Stars inserts in a while, it seems like. I think I got one out of like the first pack. Got a whole bunch in a row there. I haven't seen anything since. Okay, we've got Kyle Clifton, Gary Anderson, Mark Clayton, Dwayne Bickett, Ken Harvey, oh my gosh, Steve Broussard, Browning Nagel. I'm recording, right? Sheesh. Leon Seals, Lorenzo White, Greg Townsend, Eddie Brown, David Treadwell, Kevin Porter, and Greg Lloyd. I got this song stuck in my head. His name's Alan Toussaint. It's a classic. Bruce Smith, Warren Moon, Ethan Horton, Rodney Holman, Vance Johnson, Barry Word, Tim Worley, Rod Bernstein, Jacob Green, Brad Muster, Jeff Query, Ernest Biner, Steve Jordan, Eric Martin. Alright. Ooh. Dang it. Alright. Let me see a name I know right off the bat there. Okay, we've got Melvin Bratton, Nick Lowry, Rod Woodson, Junior Seau, John L. Williams, Dennis Gentry, Keith Woodside, Ricky Sanders, Rick Fenney, Pat Swilling, Todd Marinovich, Everson Walls, Fred Barnett, and Joe Montana. He was old already here in 91. So, I mean, shoot, in 91, this is his 13th year. You would have had to buy like a 79 series to get his rookie card. Good Lord. All right, we've got Wilbur Marshall. Keith Jackson, Philadelphia Eagles tight end, Ultra All-Stars. Chris Dolman, Toy Cook, Dan McGuire, Pepper Johnson, Randall Cunningham, Kevin Fagan, Michael Kofer, Kevin Mack, Maurice Hurst, Bern Brostek, Mark Collins, Rob Moore. All right. Let's get into the next one. Andre Reed, Sean Jones, Tim Brown, James Brooks, Bobby Humphrey, Christian Okoye, Dwight Stone, Billy Joe Tolliver, Dave Krieg, Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh? That looks like him. That is him. Huh. Charles Wilson, Alvin Walton, Hassan Jones, and Vaughn Johnson. I was not expecting to see Jim Harbaugh. I forget that a lot of the coaches, obviously they played. All right, we got Ronnie Harmon, Andy Heck, Lemuel Stinson, Johnny Holland, Jim Lackey, Alfred Anderson, Gene Atkins, Nick Bell, Mark Ingram. Like Mark Ingram? Is that like Mark Ingram's dad? Mark Ingram? I don't know, I'm going to have to look that up now. Byron Evans, John Taylor, another checklist, Reuben Davis, and Broderick Thompson. Or somebody wants to tell me whether or not, is Mark Ingram the guy who was a wide receiver for the Giants? Was that like Mark Ingram's dad? Like the one that won a Heisman and, all that stuff? Or am I not even remembering his name right? Maybe I'm not even remembering his name right. Pretty sure I am, though. Alright. No way. Let's go, dude. First card. I didn't even have to pick it. Nice, dude. Brett Favre. We'll immediately put that in a sleeve, because that's what we're here for. We'll put it in a sleeve, and then we're going to assess the card. Oh, gosh. So we've got a nice sharp corner there. We've got a nice sharp corner there for the most part. I feel like that one might look a little soft. Good corner there. Good corner there. That's not too bad looking card. Take it. Awesome. Now we can finish the pack. Thurman Thomas, Al Smith, Howie Long, Icky Woods, Steve Sewell, Emil Harry, Thomas Everett, Arthur Cox, Terry Wooden, William Perry. William Perry, wasn't that dude the dude that's was famous for see, he was a defensive lineman, but didn't he play like fullback sometimes, this guy, William Perry? Call him the Fridge. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right there. Sterling Sharp. It's a name I know. Gary Clark. And Herschel Walker. Have I gotten a Herschel Walker yet? That might be the first one. He was pretty damn good, wasn't he? I know the name certainly rings a bell. On to the next pack. I'm really hoping that I have enough memory to finish this out, but I don't want to rush it too much, you know. Eric Metcalf, John Stevens, Pat Carter, Al Noga, Eric McMillan, Ron Hall, Tim McIyer, Ron Stark, Rich Camarillo, Brian Jordan, Mo Gardner, Jamie Mueller, Drew Hill, and Vance Mueller. Is it the second time they've done that? Put Jamie Mueller and Vance Mueller in the same pack? I believe so. 41 and 42. It'd be funny if they were brothers. So, John Grimsley, Robert Brown, Jeff Bostic, Ricky Waters, Don Beebe, Ray Childress, Marcus Allen, Louis Billups, Steve Atwater, Steve DeBerg, Gary Anderson, Marion Butts, Brian Blades, and Neil Anderson. I feel like that was a weird string of names. Anderson, Butts, Anderson, Steve. Oh, I guess I thought there was one more Steve in there. Okay, we only got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. We've gotten 2 Favres and a Herman Moore, and like a gajillion studs and stars. We'll see, what do we have? We got a David Fulcher, Mark Jackson, Derek Thomas, Merrill Hodge, Burt Grossman, Norm Johnson, Kevin Butler, Perry Kemp, Art Monk, Bruce Smith again with the All-Star insert, Rich Gannon, Craig Hayward, Russell Maryland, and Phil Simms. Phil Simms. These will go here, and then we'll just go there too. So 5 packs left. Leslie O'Neal, Patrick Hunter, Richard Dent, Brian Noble, Mark Ripien, Dan Marino, Ultra All-Stars insert, got another one, Joey Browner, Steve Walsh, Pat Harlow, Lewis Tillman, Jerome Brown, Brent Jones, another checklist, it's our 3rd checklist, and Eugene Marv. packs left. See if we can score ourselves another Favre or another Herman Moore would be cool. We got Brett Perryman. We've got Jared Bunch, Rodney Hampton. I just love this card so much. This is just such a funny card to me. Rodney Hampton, Reggie White. Yep. 21 sacks in 1987. That's incredible. Jerry Rice, obviously. Don't even need to say anything about him. Mike Saxon. Brian Brennan. Steve Smith. Jerry Gray. Leon White. Mark Boyer. Bruce Kazurski. Louis Oliver. Albert Bentley. We got a Jerry Rice, Rodney Hampton, which I just love that card. We got 3 packs left. Another shot at a Brett Favre or a Herman Moore. I wouldn't be mad at either of them. So let's see. We got Anthony Munoz, Ricky Nadiel, Albert Lewis, Louis Lips, Anthony Miller, Tommy Kane, Mark Carrier, Don Majkowski, Gerald Riggs, Randall Cunningham, Ultra All-Stars insert, Wade Wilson, Dalton Hilliard, Ask and you shall receive, Herman Moore rookie card. Got another one there. And then followed by Lawrence Taylor, which I don't know if I've gotten. I think this might be the first Lawrence Taylor I've seen, but don't quote me on that. Very nice. I'm more interested, though, in this Herman Moore. This is just for me, personally. I highly doubt that this card is worth much, if anything at all. But we got that. Lawrence Taylor. All right. Rice, Reggie White, Herman Moore. We got a few more of those All-Star inserts. Lawrence Taylor. Rodney Hampton is just for me. That's, I think, one of my new favorite cards. So 2 packs left. We got this one and one more. Anthony Dilwig. Darryl Green. A Barry Sanders Ultra All-Stars insert. Man, that's nice. I love to see that. I'm super glad we got that before the box was over. I'll be excited to sleeve that one. Anthony Carter, Morton Anderson, Mike Crowell, Otis Anderson, Keith Byers, Dexter Carter, Jerry Ball, Leroy Horde, Hartley Dykes, Willie Anderson, and Carl Banks. So, it wasn't a dud. We got something nice out of there. I mean, these are kind of pretty cards, too, for, you know, for what they are. It's not like they didn't really have the same crazy foils that we did, I don't think, anyways. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Alright, so last pack magic. I don't really know what the magic would be. Another Herman Moore, Brett Favre. I'll take another one of those Barry Sanders Ultra All-Stars inserts. What are the chances we get one of those 2 packs in a row, you think? Think we can do it? I don't know what that is. There's a rookie, though, in the back. We got Keith Jackson, Don Griffin, Troy Aikman, Thane Gash, Andre Tippett, Henry Ellard, Darrell Fullington, Ken O'Brien, Chris Chandler, Jimmy Jensen, Bill Brooks, Tim Rosenbach, Chris Miller, and Chris Zorich. And that's it. I appreciate it. If you happened to make it this far in the video, pretty soon, I think it'll be July 27th. I'll be opening like 2 boxes of Topps Chrome baseball, and so if you made it this far, I'm assuming you kind of like the video. Please subscribe. I really need to get to 50 so that I could start live streaming. That way I don't have to pre-record all of this and then deal with the memory and editing and all that stuff. I can just be a whole lot lazier. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you stuck around this far, thank you. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.